Hey everybody. I went back and forth on whether or not I wanted to do a Where Have I Been sort of video or wrap up June and September. I didn't read in July and August. Spoiler alert. So, but a lot of that's going to be explained today. But I think with the events that have happened recently with Hurricane Helene, I figured a Where Have I Been video would be fine. I don't know how many people actually care, but I know that when a YouTuber, no matter how big, even if they have a few friends, a few people who regularly visit their videos, if that YouTuber leaves without a peep, then they may start to wonder, even if they don't ask questions. So for those people and for anybody else who cares, I will kind of go through where I've been and what's been going on. So we'll start in July. July was kind of a month of writing. July was really going to be the only month where I kind of took off because I just wanted to focus on my writing. I've mentioned it before. I've taken some time off before, and I've said it on YouTube, like in the community section, that I just wanted to focus on that. And so I wasn't going to be reading as much because I do want to get this book. I want to finish this book. And so I took a trip to Dallas. I know another person. I have a friend who was also writing a novel. So she and I were able to kind of have a, a little writing workshop, I guess, while I was in Dallas. It was for a very short time, but while I was in Dallas, literally the day after I landed was when that blackout happened, where all the not blackout, but shutdown, with the airports and the banks, the blue screen, the bug that affected all of these organizations that just kind of, I don't know, halted everything. So getting there was fine. Coming back was a bit of a disaster because my first flight was delayed. I was able to hop on to another flight where I guess a lot of people canceled because it was a flight that was supposed to take off early in the morning, and it was the afternoon, I think, when it actually took off. So I was able to get on that. It was a ghost plane. There were so many empty seats. And so I was able to make it to my connection, but the connection was canceled, and so I ended up having to be picked up because I have cats here and I didn't want them to be without me. If you overheard conversations in the airport, you would hear that people um, slept in the airport waiting for their delayed flight to come around again. They were laying on their bags. It was really rough. I was happy to come home to my cats and, feed them and take care of them. I have a great pet sitter, but, after you spend some time away from your pets, you just want to see them and you just want to be the one to take care of them. But yeah, that was my July. And not very long after July, I ended up visiting friends on the West Coast, or a friend on the West Coast. I stayed there for 5 weeks. So in July, I didn't read. In August, this wasn't really expected. This was kind of a last minute thing. But I didn't really have time to focus on books in August either. Also, in August, I wasn't able to really be on YouTube or do anything YouTube related. So I was away in July. I fully expected to be back in August and just kind of say, hey guys, this is where I've been. I did a little writing workshop with a friend. I was able to knock out some parts of my book. Da 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 da. But then August happened, and I really was not able to do anything. like, so that's why there was silence from me in August. While I was there, I ended up getting COVID again for the second time. I don't know if y'all remember, but when I wrapped up my books in December of last year, I was a little froggy. I was getting over COVID then. But then I ended up getting it again in August, and I didn't realize either. It was just a little bit of fatigue. There was one night where I just could not stop coughing, and there was like half a day where I lost my smell and taste, and that's when I realized, oh crap, this is probably what I had. It wasn't nearly as bad as it was in December, and that was probably because I did have it. Um, but guys, I'm vaccinated. This thing is shifting quite a bit. So do be careful out there. I know it's getting to be winter time, and that's when all these germs really start to fly up. So do be careful. Get your boosters if you haven't already. I think that because of the boosters and possibly because I had already gotten it, my immune system was still kind of working there. It didn't affect me as hard this time, but yeah, that happened. The rest of August was great. I had a lot of fun. On the West Coast, it was very scenic, very beautiful. In September, when I came home, I was doing a lot of catching up on life stuff. So I also wasn't really able to do anything YouTube related. I really didn't have time to comment on everybody's videos, and I feel so bad that I haven't been able to do that. I might not catch up all the way. I might not watch every video that's been posted out there, but I do plan to just let some of you know that I'm there, I care, and I haven't just been ignoring your videos. I feel really bad. So yeah, in September I was doing all of my catching up. Didn't really have time to do much else. And then of course, right before October, Hurricane Helene hit. I know that if you watch my videos, I've mentioned that I live in South Carolina before, so this isn't a surprise. So I was affected, not as much as people around me. I have power right now. I feel very grateful and very lucky that I'm able to put a video out there like this, that I do have the electricity to do this, because I could drive, 10 minutes in any direction and people are still without power. The trees are down, roads are blocked. There was a point in time where I thought about just going home, but my way out was blocked, so I couldn't do that. But yeah, there are towns around me and cities that have been completely devastated. And while it's great to see so much support, so many people and companies rallying behind these individuals and these families who have lost everything, it just, I don't know, it's overwhelming, honestly, to just see all of this destruction so close to where I am. And again, I feel very lucky, and this isn't, me bragging. And there was a point in time where, I don't know if it's survivor's guilt, but I felt a little bit guilty that I was one of the lucky ones. But, it's important, I think, if you are in that situation right now and you're watching this video, I think it is important, if you do ever find yourself feeling guilty like that, it's not, you're grateful for what you have. And I think it's perfectly fine to feel grateful. Because, our situations could be so much worse, and we do know that, but it's very important never to compare yourself to someone else, because that'll just bring you down, and, it's never a good thing. So I'm taking that energy and I'm trying to help whoever I can who I know don't have power right now, don't have access to certain things. And, like I said, it's really cool to see churches step in as like a hub for fresh water. And I know Verizon has come out. I don't know about other phone companies, but Verizon has come out to set up charging stations. And, they have like a portable cell service van where people can contact their loved ones, because there are so many loved ones now that are missing and are unreachable. And it could just be that their phone's dead. So they're coming out and they're helping. Duke Energy has been awesome, keeping everybody up on what's going on and their status. So, a lot of companies are putting in their work, and they're coming down and they're helping out. If you feel so inclined, there are, of course, some organizations and charities that you can donate to. There are plenty of churches and religious organizations around here who are accepting donations for Hurricane Helene relief. There's the Samaritan's Purse. There is the Humane Society of Asheville, who is working hard to find lost pets and, helping to rescue them from the destruction and devastation. Of course, the Red Cross. You have that balance of, the positive with the support and the rallying behind each other, but also you have the devastation. And right now, I feel like there is a little bit of imbalance there. So any support would be awesome if you guys do feel so inclined. Um, as I said, I'm doing what I can to help people who are close by, but I'm also reaching out as well to make sure that all of our friends in Asheville and surrounding towns and cities, Spruce Pine was heavily affected. I know some people in Aiken, South Carolina, who have been affected. So, just a lot's going on right now. A lot is happening, and I did want to give this update. I didn't mean for it to be a downer, but it didn't feel right to make this video and just say, "Well, the hurricane hit and I'm fine," because it's really not fine here yet. It's going to take a long time for these cities and towns to recover. So again, if you feel so inclined, there are plenty of sites out there that list out the charities and the organizations that are helping with hurricane relief. But I did want to let you guys know that I'm here and I'm safe. All of this has been happening, but I do plan to wrap up my reading for June and September at some point. So just, I guess, look out for that. But if you enjoyed this video for whatever reason, do leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Otherwise, I've been Jim. You've been great. Happy reading and take care of yourself.